Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Jimmy Butler. I'm a two-time U.S. Olympian and four-time U.S. champion, and it is wonderful to have all of you here with us today, where we have exciting action coming up. So let's take a look at the schedule for this week. Yesterday, you see stage one, where we had a number of athletes play in round-robin groups just to get to stage two, which is today, session 1, 10 o'clock a.m. We are about to watch Kanak Ja, the U.S. number 1, and world number 18 before his 15-month absence, is about to play for the first time in that 15-month absence right now. And we are all so excited to see Kanak Ja back on the table and back playing tournament action. Now let's go to the sessions for today. You have 10 o'clock a.m. Kanak Ja versus Dan Liu. We're about to watch that now. And then we will go to women's singles, Amy Wong and Angie Tan. Match 3, Seth and Ludovic Gomos, and match 4, women's singles, Amelia Menan and Jenna Vong. So we're going to have 4 matches in a row coming up on this table you're watching right here. But the first one has been a long anticipated arrival, and that's the arrival of Kanak Ja, who has not played a tournament in 15 months due to 3 missed drug tests, which caused him to be suspended for that 15 months. So this is his first tournament match in quite a while, and we are so excited to have him back, and we are so excited to watch him play competitive table tennis again. He has been training very hard during that absence, but was not allowed to practice in clubs or to play in tournaments. So we have not seen him for quite a while. Another thing exciting about this matchup is Kanak Ja plays mainly in Germany. He travels internationally to play WTT events, but he's in Germany year after year, and we have not seen him play against American competition for a number of years. So this is special for us, not just to watch him play again, but to watch him play against his American teammates. So USATT rating right now, Kanak Ja is at 2777, but because he does not play in the US very often, that is a low rating for him. He's actually much higher than that. He's definitely in the 2850 plus range. And you have Dan Liu, who is just over 2,600. So you're looking at about a 200 to a 250 point rating difference in this match. So Kanak Ja is a strong favorite in this first match, but Dan Liu is certainly capable of putting on quite a performance. So we are so excited to watch this match, and it is about to begin. The return of Kanak Ja. Here we go. And how about that start for his return? What a receive. Just drills that serve return with that beautiful banana flick of his. And how about that start for a man that has not played a tournament in 15 months? Comes out like he's never missed a beat those first serve returns. Great start for Kanak Ja. What a beginning for Ja. So the umpire is talking to Ja about his serve, and I heard what he said. So he says that Ja is tossing the ball over the table and not behind the table. And so you see Ja there motioning. Ja does not agree with it. He says, I am not going over the table. And the umpire says, you are. And so they're having a discussion. And that was just a warning. So he gets to serve it again. Let's watch this point again. A nice down the line by Ja, and then he makes his first unforced error of the match on that backhand. That time Liu testing Ja with the deep serve. Ja was ready for it, played that ball safely on the table, and won the point. So one of Ja's strengths, one of the reasons he's such a great player, is he limits his unforced errors, something I'll be talking about throughout this tournament. He makes the game look easy. He doesn't miss many receives. He puts the ball on the table. He builds each rally. He doesn't take risks early in the rally, and you can see this game, that has given him a 5-1 lead. Because there hasn't been any rallies yet, but Ja, there's an unforced error there. That's what he tends to not do, what you just saw him do there. He tends to not make those unforced errors early in the rally, and he smothers his opponent with consistency. So that ball was a little bit of a mishit off of Ja's racket. That's why you saw him raise his hand, telling his opponent that he was lucky. And I love the receives of Ja. Ja has some of the best receives in the world. And so you can include all the best players in the world in that statement. And why is that? Watch him. He hardly misses any. And look at that shot right there. That was not an easy shot at all. Liu looped that ball, kept it low to the net, put no pace on it, and Ja reacted beautifully and just drilled it. Made it look easy. That was a very difficult shot by Ja. He made it look easy. So look at the consistency of Ja. Watch this. These balls are not high risk for him. He can pretty much do that all day. However, that's a pretty good speed for Liu. So that's the challenge Liu is facing. What a great start for Ja. Yes, he's been practicing, but when you don't play a tournament for 15 months, it's not easy to come right out and start the way Ja has. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat that first game. So Ja wins the first game with ease, 11-2. Started like it was so easy, 11-2. Doesn't miss anything. He made two unforced errors. That's the only reason the other guy got two. Yeah, the levels. This guy plays even. All right, we are getting ready to start the second game. Ja won that first game 11-2. If you're just joining us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Jimmy Butler, and we are so excited to have all of you with us here today. And here we go, starting the second game. Nice job here by Liu. Watch this shot right there. Liu has got to start getting the ball on the table early in the points. He was not able to do that the first game. See that one right there? Liu popped that ball up a little bit, but he could have made this. Ja didn't put a lot of heat on it right there. Just get that on the table and see if you can get into some of these rallies with Ja. Liu's got to find a way to make Ja work harder than that first game. That first game was too easy for Ja. And that ball caught the edge. But great job by Liu getting into the rally. Those balls, he's got to make those early balls in the rally and extend the rally to give him a chance to start winning some more points. Another great job by Liu there, dealing with that receive right into his body. It's a nice rally here by Ja. I love Ja's backswing. There's not much of a backswing that makes him so quick within his stroke technique. The future and present and future of the game is shorter and shorter technique. The guys that have the shortest technique have more time in between each shot, so you're seeing athletes shorten their technique up the best they can, more and more. And one of the biggest differences you're seeing is on the forehand side, because the backhand loop and the banana flick, that's a very short stroke. A quick flick of the wrist and you can do so much on the backhand side. Well, now you're starting to see players on the forehand side shorten everything up, trying to get closer to that backhand technique. And that makes them quicker. If my stroke is twice as big as your stroke on the forehand or backhand, who's going to be quicker? You're going to be quicker, because it takes me twice as long to execute my stroke. So when you have short strokes in table tennis, you have more time in between points to react. Look at those nice backhands there by Ja. Let's watch that again. Watch the flick of the wrist right here. 1, 2. See how short that stroke is? He can generate quite a bit of speed and spin with very little motion. And that is the current state and future of table tennis. Whoever can do the shortest stroke and create the most speed and spin has the advantage. It was a nice rally. Let's watch it again. That ball hit the net. Great job by Liu. And then Ja got another net. Liu wasn't too happy about that. Had to deal with 2 nets that rally. And he was up 3-1 this game. Just like that, loses 4 points in a row. That was so important for Liu to get a couple points there. This game could have slipped away easily. Won 2 points in a row off Ja serve. Great job by Liu. Liu wanted this shot right here. It's what he wanted. Just missed off the end. Oh, great receive by Ja. Kept that ball low, spinny, and right into the body of Liu. Let's talk about Ja's service game a little bit. We talk about how good he is in so many aspects of the game. Well, his service game is not so good. For a player that is in the top 20 in the world, he has one of the weakest serves of the top 100 players, and you could probably go down that list a lot further. And when I say weak, what do I mean by that? Well, he's able to keep it low, and he can put some spin on it, but there's no trickery to it. You know what he's serving. He doesn't have much variation. He's going to serve the same stuff most of the match, and so that's really what you want to try to take advantage of with him, is you want to try to put pressure on him off of his serve, because he does not pressure you with his serve. So when you're playing Ja, you don't feel much pressure off of his serve. Now, Ja's got his own pressure right now, and that's coming from the umpire, so the umpire doesn't like the way Ja's tossing the ball. And if this was the same conversation they had last game, the umpire feels that Ja is tossing the ball over the table instead of behind the table, and Ja does not agree with it, so you see they're having a little discussion. And I can tell you as a player, when the umpire starts nitpicking my serve, and I'm not saying the umpire's right or wrong, I don't know, I'm not down there, but it puts pressure on you as a server. I don't like it. I know Ja doesn't like it. The reason you don't like it is you feel like you have to back off a little on your serve, and you have to toss it in a way you're not used to doing in practice. Because the way Ja's serving it normally is the way he's done it thousands and thousands of times in practice, and now the umpire's telling him, hey, you can't serve it that way. You need to change. And see, that serve right there actually was a weak serve. It didn't go very long. It was kind of half long and slow. That's a weak serve, but it's the first time he served deep the whole match, and it caught Liu off guard. But that was a weak serve. That's where you got to try to take advantage of Ja. He does not have a strong service game. That's one area he needs to improve. But look at that. Watch this shot right here. Watch the backswing of Ja right here. Almost no backswing. That makes him so quick. Not only before he contacts the ball, but after the ball is contacted. He's ready for the next ball. He has a lot of time. It doesn't take him a big stroke to generate his speed and spin. And so that's what we're talking about when I mentioned short strokes in table tennis, is the present and the future. All you guys watching out there, watch yourself on video or have your coach or friends watch you and see if you can shorten your strokes up. If you've already got a super short stroke, great. You're on the right track. But 9 out of 10 times, there's a good chance you can find ways to shorten your stroke, and by doing that, you are going to become a quicker player, and the game's going to seem easier to you because you're going to have more time. So I played in the 80s and 90s, stopped for a while, came back and played in 2015, and one of the first things I had to learn to do was to shorten my stroke. So we have a discussion going on the table, and I'm not sure what it's about, but now Liu is not happy about something. Let's watch a replay here. There's that ball that Liu barely missed. And there was that serve right there. Didn't really go that deep, but it caught Liu off guard, and that's a beautiful forehand loop right there by Ja. So Ja leads this match 2-0. Ja won the first game, 11-2. In the second game, Liu came out, had a 3-1 lead, and then it was all Ja after that. Ja winning that second game, 11-5. Now let's see what Liu comes out and does strategically this game. He got beat up pretty good those first two games, so you got to expect he's going to change some things up, and he's going to the deep serve. That's what he was thinking he wanted to do during that break after the second game. He's decided, I'm going to serve more deep, get into the rally, and get away from this short game of Ja. Ja has been dominating him on the short game. He's going to try to eliminate it the best he can. And there's a deep serve by Ja that was much better than that first one last game. Watch this deep serve. Now, why was that good? Well, it had a lot more speed on it, and it had a lot more length. It was a little high, but that's okay. If you can get a lot of speed and length, that makes a good deep serve. What are the three qualities of a good deep serve? You want them to be fast, you want them to be low, and you want them to have good length. Good length means you want that ball to hit as closest to the white inline as you can of your opponent's side. See, and there's a short serve by Liu, and Ja just pummeled it. So you can see why Liu is wanting to serve deep more. He's really getting destroyed on his short serves. And again, Ja has some of the best receives in the world, and that's exactly why he will not only not miss many of your serve, but he'll pressure you. Watch this point again. Nice short receive. Ja had exactly what he wanted. He just made an unforced error, so Ja dominating the short game in this match. And that was a beautifully played point by Ja. Look at the smoothness of that forehand down the line. And how about a little chop smash? For Daryl Morey, the president of the Philadelphia 76ers, loves the chop smash. That one was for you, Daryl Morey. It's a nice serve by Liu. Getting a rare miss on the receive from Ja. Now, if you're Ja, you've got to be looking for the deep serve from Liu. You know he wants to do it. He just doesn't want to do it too much and become obvious. Let's see what happens here. Whoa, what great placement. Watch the placement of Ja right into the body of Liu. That is winning table tennis. When your opponent is close to the table and when you're going for speed, if you can go into your opponent's body, that is the best way to finish a point. And you saw why. Liu didn't know what to do. He didn't have time to react. What a great point and great defense by Ja. Let's watch it again. Look at Ja react to these balls. And yes, he did catch the top of the net to win that point, but that was beautifully played. And Ja now with his first match point. And watch this right here. Ja decided he wanted to go for some power, something you don't see him do too much when you're up 10-5. You get a few cracks at trying a few things you wouldn't normally do if it was 5-5. And there was one right there. And there we have it. The first match in the books for Canuck Ja after a 15-month tournament absence. He is back in West Monroe, Louisiana. And I apologize, this match is best of 7. You know, yesterday all of our matches were best of 5, so I am in best of 5 mode. So my mistake. Canuck Ja leads 3-0, and we get to see some more action. So I am excited to say that this is a best of 7. Let's watch a couple replays of that last game. There's the chop smash for Daryl Morey of the Philadelphia 76ers. His favorite shot. Watch the great defense there of Ja that point. That was one of the best rallies of the match thus far. So we've got 4 matches going on right next to each other. And so I'm sure you can hear a lot of the screams and noises going on, and that is why. There's a lot of intensity going on with 4 matches going on right next to each other. And now we are starting this 4th game of this best of 7 match. That is the second missed serve of the match for Ja. Generally, athletes don't miss their serve in table tennis. We get 1. It's not like tennis where you get 2 tries. So you'll see an athlete occasionally miss a serve. Occasionally. You won't see him miss 2 very often. That was a nice serve by Liu. Had some side top on it. That ball kicked a little bit. Also, it wasn't as short as Ja was expecting, and that threw Ja off. Oh, that was a great rally by both athletes. Watch this right here. The quick backhand of Liu, 2 in a row. So there's Liu wanting to go to that deep serve again. It always drives you crazy as an athlete when you serve deep and it's a let. Well, you just gave it away, so generally you go, oh, that was a half-long serve. Really good choice by Liu. I was going to say, when you serve deep and it's a let, you tend to not serve deep again because you just gave away what you were going to do. And the last thing you want your opponent is to know that you're serving deep. You want your deep serve to be a surprise. There was a nice half-long serve off the side of the table. Watch this right here. It's half-long. It comes off the side of the table. Liu was expecting it to be short, and that's why he completely misjudged that ball. We've seen Ja a couple times this match go for a little extra, trying to get his power game in there, and he's missed them all thus far. See, another thing about Ja, we talked about his service game because we talk about how great he is, and he is great. So let's talk about some areas where he's not as strong. He's not known for his power. And we've seen this match when he starts trying to play the ball a little harder than that medium speed range, tends to miss those more often. That's not his strength, playing with power. His strength is consistency, spin, and placement. And another nice serve there by Liu. He's won several points with that exact same serve. Going right into the body of Ja with that reverse pendulum. And now he did it again and got another point. That serve was half long. Just came off the end line, and now Liu with a 10-6 lead this third game. Let's watch this forehand opening of Ja. Almost no backswing, quick stroke. Created a lot of topspin with a very little stroke. You saw Liu blow that ball off the end of the table. That gives you an idea of how much spin was on that opening loop of Ja. And there's great touch and finesse. That is Ja's strength. He put no pace on that ball, kept it low to the net, and placed it perfectly. So this game is not all about speed and not always about spin. That time Ja put no speed on the ball, and he put no spin on the ball. And that's hard to deal with when you go from spinny balls to all of a sudden your opponent puts no pace and no spin on the ball and keeps it low to the net. And here comes Ja, down 10-6 this game. We are at 10-9, and Lou's going to take a timeout. Each athlete gets one timeout per match, and a timeout lasts up to a minute. If you want, you can call the time off early if you're the one that called it. You come out anytime you want, but you get maximum of 1 minute for your timeout. And we saw Lou take one there. And here's a couple replays of this game. There's the nice flick of Ja. Look at that top spin. So Liu has won a number of points with that serve. You just saw him doing that replay, but this time Ja's expecting that serve, and so he stepped around and used his backhand banana flick to deal with it. Ja's been having some trouble with his forehand receive on that particular serve. And so those are the adjustments you'll see athletes make within a match. Ja said, you know what? It's 10-8. I've been missing that serve with my forehand, and I know he's going to do it again, so I'm going to step around and take it with my backhand, and that's exactly what you saw him do there. Now the question is, Lou had a full minute to decide what he was going to serve here. Obviously a huge point for Lou to win this game. So expect the unexpected if you're Ja. Liu had 1 minute to make this decision. This is the serve right here he's going with to try to win this game. Interesting, he went to serving short right into Ja's backhand, and this time he loaded it up with underspin, but it was a let, so it gave away what he was going to do. So that whole minute he had to decide just went out the window as far as surprise. Let's see what he does here. Oh, great job by Ja. Played that ball safe, kept it low into the body of Lou. And that's exactly what you didn't want to do if you were Lou, coming out, serving that cupcake serve and having Ja just pounce on it. Oh, great point by Ja. It all started with a great short ball right there. Got Lou to pop it up, and then the finishing forehand flick. Okay, now you're Lou. You've got to come up with a good serve. You can't let Ja just jump on your serve. If you got to serve deep, but you got to do something to put pressure on Ja. And Canuck Ja comes back, was down 10-6 that game and wins this match 4-0 with his first match in tournament play in the last 15 months, coming off his suspension here in West Monroe, Louisiana. And that was so fun to watch Canuck Ja back in action. And he took care of business that match. We even got to see him down that fourth game, which is a great opportunity for him. You know, it is not easy to stop for 15 months from tournament play and just jump right into a tournament and to play at your peak performance. So we are all very curious and interested and watching Canuck Ja as this tournament goes on. And as it goes on, the matches will get tougher and tougher. And it's going to be very interesting to see how he deals with that after that 15-month absence. But what a great start for Canuck Ja. Before his suspension was world number 18. He is the best player in the United States and one of the greatest to ever play the game in the United States. Eric Bogan. In the 1980s, the highest world ranking he ever had was world number 18. Kanak Ja, before his suspension, his highest world ranking he ever had was world number 18. And then you have Danny Seemiller, who is right around world 28 with his highest ranking at his peak in the 1980s. Those are the three highest world ranked U.S. athletes we've ever had since the modern day of sponge. Now, if you go back to Pips Out, or the Pips rackets, hard rubber, back in the 30s we had world champions in doubles, and we had guys making it to the quarters and semis of the singles. But in the modern day of table tennis, with the sponge rubber, Kanak Ja, world number 18, Eric Bogan, world number 18, Danny Seemiller, world number 28, the three highest world ranked male athletes we've ever had. And stay with us, as our next match will be coming up shortly, as the players have already entered the court. And we've got another exciting match coming up in women's singles. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. And we have an exciting women's singles match coming up, as Amy Wong is about to face Angie Tan in this first women's singles round of today. And we are about to begin this women's singles match shortly. Let's talk about rankings. Amy Wong, USATT rated 2588. Her current world ranking, number 33 in the world, against Angie Tan, current USATT rating 2345. So we have about a 220-point difference in this match. And Amy Wong, at the young age of 21, already one of the greats to ever play the game in American table tennis with that high world ranking. She is right next to our other female great player, Lily Jung, who is world ranked number 31 currently. Lily Jung automatically qualified for the Olympics due to her world ranking being the top world ranked American. And so Amy Wong is the top female athlete in this trials. And one of the great talents in the game of table tennis. What makes her such a great talent? Well, we're going to watch and witness right now her technique, her feeling. What does feeling mean? She's so relaxed. She's so smooth. She anticipates the ball so well. The game comes easy to her. Her technique is close to perfect. And when you have all those qualities, you tend to make the game look easy. And all of you people watching out there that play, we know that it's not easy at all to do what they're doing out there. But Amy Wong just does things so effortlessly. She is a former world #1 ranked junior, to give you an idea of her talent level. And that is a talented receive there by Tan. Let's watch that again. Watch her just blister that backhand receive. And she's got a 5-1 lead. Wong says, hey, I can do that myself. A great receive of her own there. And that's a great rally by both athletes. Let's watch that again. Look at that backhand of Amy. Tan doing a great job of hanging in that point. This is a good job by Wong dealing with the slow balls. That's a pretty slow ball. Another slow ball. Wong did a great job of slowing down and judging those slow balls. Oh, great job by Tan. Put some speed on that ball. Let's watch that again. Watch this nice little short forehand stroke of Tan. Love that technique. And this is a great start this game for Tan. To be up 7-4, putting the ball on the table, not making unforced errors. I really feel like sometimes when you're playing someone that's a lot higher than you, which Amy Wong is, she's over 200 points with USATT rating higher, sometimes the lower player tries to do too much in the beginning of rallies because you feel scared and you feel pressured. Tan has done a great job this game of coming out, putting the ball on the table, not making unforced errors, and making Wong earn her points. And Wong has come up with a lot of unforced errors so far. Let's see if Tan can extend this lead because Wong's coming back. Oh, that's just beautiful right there. Watch this opening. Low, wide angle down the line. Not a lot of pace on it. Just beautifully done. And just like that, Tan led 5-1. She was up 7-4. And in the blink of an eye, she's now trailing 9-7. Great rally. Watch the quickness of Tan here. Look at that nice short stroke. Both sides, look how quick her strokes are. That makes her fast. Not doing any big motions out there. And Amy Wong, after trailing most of that game, comes back and wins the first, 11-8. Let's look at a couple replays from that last game. A good chance to look at these ladies' technique. Both of them have really good technique. They keep their strokes short and quick. There's that great opening by Wong. Watch the quick strokes here. Nicely done. And I love that shot by Tan coming out this second game. She smashed that ball. In today's game, you see players looping almost all balls. That was a flat hit. Caught Wong off guard, and a great serve there. Got Wong to dump that into the net. Great job by Tan coming out this second game and jumping to another lead. Tan came out in the first, had a 5-1 lead, wasn't able to finish that game off. Now she started out 4-0 this game. That was a nice rally. Let's watch that again. These quick short strokes. That ball's low to the net. One thing about Wong, watch this right here. She overplays that. She has a tendency to overplay balls, and that's one reason you want to be consistent early in the point with her. She's streaky. She takes high-risk shots, and she'll give you some unforced errors. Oh, great serve and finish by Tan. Watch the serve. Got Wong to pop it up a little, and then Tang just blisters that backhand to take a 6-4 lead this game. Here's a ball here where Wong goes for too much. Right there. Oh, that was a lot of heat on that ball. She could have just played that on the table safely. Once again, Wong going for a little too much. Doesn't need to go for so much, but chooses to do so, and now finds herself trailing this game by 3 points. And that was a nice serve by Tan. She's had success with that serve several times this match so far. And now let's see if Tan can finish this game off. Get these leads, which is really hard, but it's even harder to finish against a player like Wong. Generally, what the good players do in these situations like Wong when they're down is they'll start backing off, playing more consistent, putting on the table, and making you finish them with a good shot. See, she's backing off. Oops, she missed that one. But you see Wong's backing off her shots now because she's down, and she's going to say, hey, I'm going to put the ball on the table and see if you can finish me. And Tan wins the second game, 11-6. Great job finishing that game off after taking a lead. Wasn't able to finish that first game with their lead, but this game got the job done, and we are tied at 1 game apiece. Let's look at a couple replays that last game. There's that overplay there by Wong. That nice serve by Tan has gotten her a lot of points. There's another overplay by Wong. And that beautiful backhand there by Wong. So good at that. One of the best in the world. That backhand, so smooth. So if you're Tan, you can't ask for much better than that. Of course, you'd like to be up 2-0, but you're 250 points lower than Wong, and you're at 1-all. That is an excellent way to start this match for Tan. What a great shot by Tan. Watch this reaction. The Wong loop and then the flat backhand or forehand punch. It's kind of a half hit. Oh, and that was exactly what Tan wanted. Look what she gets off the serve. A high receive, and she just blew that off the table. It's exactly what she was looking for. Oh, that was an excellent point by Tan. Let's watch that again. Good block. Look at that great backhand punch and then the loop. So when you go from a flat hit to a loop like Tan just did, it gives your opponent fits. You can see Tan working the short forehand of Wong, trying to stay away from that backhand side. So you can kind of see some of the strategy going on down there by Tan. That time that serve went a little too long, and Wong jumped on it. Great job by Wong. Keeping a racket high and looping that ball over the table. And I love that receive by Tan. Why do I love it? You don't always have to go for a ton. Just put it on the table like Tan did right there, and she gave Wong a chance to make an unforced error, and that's exactly what happened. Another great receive by Tan. Get that ball on the table. and make Wong uncomfortable. Make Wong have to make quality shots each and every point. So those are two great receives by Tan. And a nice serve right into the middle of Wong. Oh, and another shot. Exactly what Tan wanted. It all started with a good serve. Wong pops it up, but an unforced error, unfortunately, and you saw her face after that shot. She wishes she could have that back. Oh, that was an odd point there. Watch this. Okay, that was weird. And look at that angle. And then a great retrieve by Tan, but then blew that last shot off the table. A lot of interesting stuff happened that last point. Well, that's just a beautiful shot by Wong, but I like what Tan's doing. Put the ball on the table. Don't take too much risk early in the point. Make Wong make those kind of shots to beat you. Oh, beautifully done by Tan, and we are at 8-all in this third game. And Tan is hanging with Wong toe-to-toe so far this match. That was another quality point played by Tan. Look what Wong had to do to win that point. She had to make quality shots. So good job by Tan. Keep putting that ball on the table. Another great point there by Tan. I love her strategy and her execution so far this match. She just keeps putting that ball on the table. She's not taking risk, and it's giving Wong problems. Oh, beautifully done, because that was a good receive by Wong, but a better reaction by Tan. Angie Tan comes out in the third game, wins 11-9, and leads this match 2-1. What a great start by Angie Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana, where Angie Tan leads 2-1 against Amy Wong in this best-of-7 match. And that's a great point to start this game, as Angie Tan has come out this match and is playing great table tennis. She's 250 points USATT rating, lower than Amy Wong, and she is currently giving Wong all she can handle, and there's a great serve. have some wardrobe malfunction going on out there. Tan was told she had to tape the logo on the top of the back of her shirt because there's rules from the sponsors here that you can't have non-sponsor names on your clothing for this tournament, but that tape keeps falling off, so that's why you saw her playing with that tape on the back of her shirt, and the umpire said, you know what, just throw the tape off for now, we'll figure it out later, let's keep this match going. And there's a nice serve by Wong, and right now, if you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, Wong is feeling some pressure because Tan is putting pressure on her. And that's exactly why Tan is putting pressure on Wong this whole match, as Tan is doing a great job of being consistent and playing error-free table tennis. She just keeps bringing the ball back over and over again. And there's a nice serve, and that was a nervous-looking receive from Wong. So Wong is not in rhythm. Tan is. And we've got a great match going right now. Oh, that's just too good. It all started with a great receive. Watch this receive. She jams it off the bounce, keeps it low and short, and then the beautiful finish. So one thing I'm noticing about Wong is she's starting to back off. You're not seeing her take those overplay risky shots, and I think that's a great idea. Wong needs to take a page out of the Tan book. Back off, put the ball on the table, be more consistent, and Wong needs to force Tan to start making quality shots through her. So Wong needs to become more consistent, more steady, not play with so much speed and power. This backhand flat hit by Wong, that was beautifully done. Look at that short stroke and that quick wrist action. And that was a great retrieve by Wong because Tan had some heat on that backhand. We are at 6-all in this game. This is such an important game for Wong. Great job by Tan, putting that ball on the table early in the rally. Getting Wong to make another unforced error. Nice serve by Wong. That caught Tan off guard. Tan was not expecting it to come off the table like that. And that's a great receive. Loading that ball up with side spin. Let's watch it right here. The banana flick. Watch that. Lots of side spin. Right into the body. So not only did the side spin throw off Wong, but she put it right into the body of Wong. You can see Tan trying to work that short forehand of Wong, coming up with an unforced error that time. And there's another unforced error, something Tan has been so good at avoiding this match. Not able to come up with the winning shots that time, and now Wong has 2 game points. And a great finish by Wong to tie this match up at 2 games apiece. Let's look at that shot again. Oh, what a great backhand there. So great job by Amy Wong, who was under some pressure again that game. Playing strong at the end and tying this match up. Let's watch a couple replays that last game. It was a great defensive shot there by Wong. Short, quick strokes by both of these ladies. And there was that beautiful side spin banana flick right into the body of Wong. And there's the finishing point there for Wong to win that game. And we are tied up at 2 games apiece, getting ready to start this 5th game. And that's what Wong's got to avoid. Watch this. A good deep serve. Tan did a good job getting on the table, and Amy Wong way overplays that ball. That ball wasn't even close to hitting. And that time Wong backed off, didn't try to go for too much, put the ball on the table, and won the point. So that's what Wong needs to be careful of, not beating herself. Oh, that's just too good. It all started with that net, but what a finishing backhand loop there by Tan, showing you she's got speed as well as consistency. Another speedy backhand opening by Tan. And every game, Tan has come out with a good start and really put pressure on Wong. Just like that, this game just started, and Tan just races to a 4-1 lead. Great job by Tan playing unforced air-free table tennis so far this game. And this is why it's so important when you're playing someone a lot better than you to not panic early in the rally. Look what Tan is doing to Wong thus far. And look at that. I mean, Tan can do no wrong, just coming up with all the right shots. Look at that shot right there. How creative was that? Nice job by Wong, dealing with the slow pace of Tan. Watch that opening. I love that shot by Tan. That's what's gotten her in this position in this match. She's playing consistent and unforced air-free early in the rallies. She's not putting a lot of pace on the ball, and it's giving Wong fits. See, right now, notice what Wong has to do to win each and every point. Tan is making her work for every single point. Now, Tan is going to have to be very careful to not have this big lead she had slip away, because it can happen so quickly. And just like that, Tan's lead has been reduced to 2 points. Surprised Tan's not taking a timeout right now. This would be a good time to take it, just to try to slow the momentum down of Wong. And Amy Wong, in the blink of an eye, has tied this game up at 8-all. from the net, and watch the reaction from Wong. She cannot believe it. And if you're Tan, that's exactly what you needed. You need a little help to stop that momentum of Wong, and she got some help there from the net. Let's see what happens this point. Oh, what a beautiful backhand by Wong. Under pressure to tie this game up. So Tan has to serve at 9-all. Two of the biggest serves of Tan's career right now. Oh, that's just too good by Wong. Tan did a good job of putting that ball on the table and said, okay, Wong, if you're going to beat me this game, you got to earn it. And Wong earned it that point. And Amy Wong, down 8-2, comes back and wins the game 11-9 and will lead this match 3-2. What a comeback by Amy Wong. She was in a world of trouble that game. It is so hard to finish these great players off. Angie Tan is 250 points lower in USATT rating. And one of the hardest things to do is to finish these athletes off when you're up in these games. It's hard enough to get that lead. It's just as hard to finish it off, and you just saw that there. Let's credit Amy Wong there, that game. Keeping her composure. And executing when she needed it the most. That's a beautiful opening there by Tan. Amy Wong and Angie Tan are both classmates at UCLA University, so they know each other very well. They're very close. And one thing I noticed interesting about this match, we know Amy Wong is super calm, hardly shows any emotion. But I've noticed with Angie Tan, even when she's had these big leads, she's stayed super calm too, showing no emotion. So I think that ball broke during that point, so they're going to change balls. So they're going to hit the ball a couple times, make sure they like it, which you're allowed to do when a ball breaks, and we are ready to go. You see both athletes on the receive working the short forehand of each other. Trying to stay away from each other's backhands. Oh, how good was that? My goodness, watch this point. Look at that speed. And another great point by both athletes. Watch that again. Look at the speed. And then that ball hit the top of the net for Wong to win the point. It was a great job by Tan placing that push low and into the body of Wong. Wong was waiting on the backhand side there and wasn't able to adjust. Great job by Tan playing unforced air-free table tennis again this game, getting into the rally, pressuring Wong to have to make quality shots. Wong right now starting to make unforced errors again. Fortunate that serve went really high, but Tan wasn't able to do anything with it. How good was that by Tan? Seemed like she was out of the point. Look at that get right there. And then she gets back into the point. Able to take a 7-5 lead this game. And it's actually 8-5. They have the score wrong. So Angie Tan up 8-5 has led every single game this match. And that's a quality rally. Let's watch it again. Nice defense there by Tan. And then Wong coming up with the right play at the right time there at the end. Once again, Tan putting the ball on the table, not taking risks. That wasn't a great receive, but it was good enough because she put it on the table and got an unforced error out of Wong. And there's another unforced error, and that is what is so good about getting your receives on the table. I like to tell my students a bad receive is better than a missed receive, because Wong just blew those last two balls off the table. Oh my goodness. How good is this? Watch this by Wong. Look at that backhand, and then that one. Angie Tan comes out, wins the 6th game, and we are going to a game 7. Let's watch a couple replays that last game. Great job by Tan after blowing that lead in that 5th game. She was up 8-2 and lost. Comes out in the 6th, stays calm, keeps her composure. And we are going to a game 7 as we look at a couple more points. Look at that point right there. Those are just two amazing backhands. There's the point that won Tan that last game, and we are in a game 7. Angie Tan right now by herself with no coach in her corner. Amy Wong has her coach with her, Corey Eider, and they are talking things over, and Wong is stepping back out. Tan to follow, and here we go. Here's a nice job by Wong, dealing with the slow off-speed shots of Tan, something she struggled with a lot of this match. That time she backed off, put the ball on the table to win that point. And once again, Tan going to what has been so successful. Don't put a lot of pace on the ball. Open up. Eliminate unforced errors early in the rally. Make Wong make a quality shot through her. See, there's another slow ball. Ooh. So these slow openings of Tan really giving Wong fits this whole match. And that hurts right there. And that's what Game 7s can do. That's her first missed serve of the match, coming at an important time. And there's another unforced error. Now players will switch sides in this Game 7. Nice serve. That ball was heavy, and Wong's taking her time. Not happy about that misreceive. And there's another one, and if you're Wong, that's the last thing you want to do is start blowing receives, because that's the easiest way for Tan to get back into this match. And Wong's coach, Corey Eider, calls a timeout. So the quickest way to get back into a match is to get your opponent to miss a couple of your serves. That's exactly what you just saw there. Tan coming up with two good serves, got Wong to miss the receives outright, both of them. And now Tan trailing by 2 points. So at 5-1, this game could have gotten away quickly from Tan. So those 2 points off her serve were huge to give herself a chance this game. And now Wong comes out and is able to get Tan to miss her serve. And that's exactly the balls that's given Wong so many problems this match. Watch, it's just a slow, spinny opening, not a lot of length on that ball. And Wong has struggled with those balls this whole match. Ooh, and that's unfortunate there for Tan. You can't ask for a better opportunity. That right there, if she could make that one, we'd be at 6-5. Instead, that's an unforced error. She trails by 3. Ooh, another good serve by Tan. So it's the service game of Tan keeping her alive this 7th game. Nice job by Wong, staying calm, staying cool. Nice medium speed loop, placed it perfectly. And that's what Wong needs to avoid. That was an easy ball. She didn't have to go for that much. And she wasn't even close to making that. Put too much on it. Amy Wong with 4 match points. And there's one gone, going for too much. Amy Wong wins Game 7. 11-7, and you can imagine she is relieved to walk off this court with the victory because Angie Tan played incredible table tennis, giving Amy Wong all she could handle from start to finish. Angie Tan was up to the task. That 7th game was the first game that Tan actually trailed. The first 6 games, Tan was leading all games. So what a great performance for Angie Tan. No, she didn't win the match, but she was 230 points lower in USATT rankings. So on paper, this was supposed to be a relatively easy match for Wong, but it was the opposite of that. It turned out to be a great match, and Angie Tan nearly pulling off the upset. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Jimmy Butler. I'm a 2-time Olympian and 4-time U.S. singles champion. And stay with us because the next match is coming up soon. It will be a men's singles match. And these matches play consecutively. When one ends, the next one comes out as soon as possible. So there is literally no break in the action once the matches start for each session, and we are right now in the morning session on day 2 of this U.S. Olympic Team Trials for table tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Jimmy Butler. I'm a two-time Olympian and four-time U.S. singles champion, and we are so excited to have you with us here today, where we are playing our third match of the first session this morning. It is a men's singles match where we had Seth, USATT rated 2606 versus Gomos, USATT rating 2345. So we have about a 250-point difference in this match. But as you saw the last match, Angie Tan almost defeated Amy Wong. The game went 7. Angie Tan was a 250-point underdog. So we are right within the range of an upset happening. And here we go.
All right, go.
I love that side spin forehand loop of Gomos that I watched a lot yesterday. This is his second day of play. He had to qualify yesterday. He did so.
All right, go.
And I also got a chance to watch Seth quite a bit yesterday on this featured table. Seth playing out of the ICC club in California. And he has really come on of late in American table tennis with a rating of 2606. He has been playing very well and moving up in the rankings, and one of the reasons is he is very steady and very consistent. Does not give you a lot of unforced errors, as you're seeing in the beginning of this game. Very good at building the rally up, not missing too many receives, opening up with slow and steady shots, not taking big risks early in the point. Just like that. There wasn't a lot of speed on that ball. It was a medium speed ball, but perfectly placed down the line. See, Gomos had to work really hard to win that point, because Seth is going to go deep into rallies more often than not. There's a nice serve by Gomos. How good was that? Started off with a great receive by Seth, but a better reaction by Gomos. There's a nice point by Seth. Now Gomos is very good himself at building up a rally, playing safe early in the rally and making his opponent earn it. And he's right now not happy about the toss of Seth, so he's having a few words with the umpire, and it seemed to work, because he's now got the umpire talking to Seth about his toss, and what they're saying is that he's not keeping his hand flat when he tosses it. His hand's doing some funny business, according to Gomos, and the umpires seem to agree. That time you saw Seth change his toss, and it caused Seth to actually make a weaker serve. And so you might think it's no big deal when these umpires start dissecting your serve and telling you have to change something, but it is a big deal to the athletes, because I can assure you that Seth is used to serving a certain way thousands and thousands of times. And now he's in the Olympic trials, and the umpire's telling him, hey, you can't serve that way. You need to change your toss. Well, that causes you to have to back off your serve and play it more safe, which you just saw Seth do there, and Gomos jumped all over it. And there was a nice rally. Oh, that's just too good. Seth showing you, hey, I've got speed as well as consistency. And he just drilled that backhand. And the first game goes to Seth. Gomos still talking about that serve, and look, you're not really supposed to do that. So I'm surprised the umpire's letting him get away with that. You can't come over to your opponent's side and start lecturing him. That's the job of the umpire. So the umpire really needs to get control of the situation. So that you saw that time Seth just said, okay, I'm just going to serve backhand. See if you guys will accept that. But ultimately, it's not the job of your opponent to lecture you on how you're supposed to serve. That is the job of the umpire. So Gomos has every right to go to the umpire and lodge a complaint. He does not have the right to walk over to the other side of the table, get right up next to his opponent, and start telling him how he's supposed to serve. And that's a nice rally by both athletes. Both athletes playing safe, working that ball with placement. And what a great finish by Seth there. Look how low he got, and look at the great body and waist turn. And now Seth going to the backhand serve again, avoiding that long discussion of how he's tossing on his forehand serve. So they're having a discussion again on his toss. As soon as he went back to that forehand serve, he's telling him he has to hold his hand a certain way. So let's see what happens here. He's been faulted, so I can see what they're talking about. What they're claiming is that his hand starts flat. We're talking about Seth here. His hand starts flat, and then when he tosses it, his hand turns sideways and blocks the ball. As he's tossing it, his hand's turning sideways, blocking the ball, which you're not allowed to do. And so that's what the discussion is about the serve of Seth. Now, everyone can watch it for themselves at home and decide if that's true or not, but here's what I know as an athlete is Seth has played this whole tournament and has not been called on that serve previously. So all of a sudden, he's now being called on it, and that makes a very difficult situation for Seth. It's like we said, it's not easy to just all of a sudden change your toss technique when you've already done it thousands and thousands of times in practice previously. And I have to assume he hasn't been called on it previously, or he would have changed it. So those are the variables Seth is now dealing with on his serve. He's being asked to do a serve he's not used to doing, and it's throwing his service game off. Plus, he's already been faulted a point. The last thing you want to happen as an athlete is to get your serve faulted. Just like the last thing you want to do is to miss your own serve. Getting your serve faulted actually feels worse than missing your own serve. Because missing your own serve, you kind of blame yourself. And he's going to call it again. Wow. Okay. So Seth is taking his personal timeout. Each athlete gets one timeout per match. That timeout lasts for 1 minute unless Seth decides he wants to come out earlier than that minute. The person that calls the timeout is certainly free to walk out to the table earlier. And right now he's going to talk about it with his coach, and they are going to come up with a plan that satisfies the umpire. And so from what I can see thus far, Seth has made a few attempts to try to keep his hand, let's call it clean, meaning it stays stable and it doesn't move and block the ball on its way up. But he's struggling to do so because he's not used to tossing it any other way. So we already saw him get faulted now several times. And when he does serve it, his serve is much weaker now because he's not used to doing it. So he's going to have to decide, am I going to keep serving my forehand high toss, which is getting faulted, or do I go to the backhand? And you see he's going to the backhand now where he doesn't have that problem. And right now, if you're Seth, he's quite a bit higher ranked than Gomos, so he's supposed to win this match, and he can get away with just going out there and serving some fluffy backhand serves. And when I say fluffy, I mean, kind of simple serves that don't put a lot of pressure on Gomos, because Seth is favored in all aspects of the game because his level's so much higher after the serve. So probably the best strategy for him is just put the ball on the table with your backhand on the serve. Win this match. Don't do crazy things like that. And then figure out your technical flaws on the toss after the match and try to clean things up for the next match. So right now he needs to get through this match. He needs to stop getting his service faulted. And to do that, he's going to his backhand serve, which isn't as good of a serve as his forehand. But he's not getting faulted on it. And as you can see, it's enough to win points. So good job by Seth figuring out how to clean up that service toss so the umpire's satisfied and gets through that second game and now takes a 2-0 match lead. And for those of you that have just joined us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis, where we are in the third match of this morning session on day 2. That's Seth leading Ludovic Gomos 2-0. And now Seth going with that forehand toss, and that looked good from here. What is he doing? Did he stop play? Because he's not allowed to do that. I don't know why that play stopped. That was a good serve. And it's up to the umpire to make those decisions. And let's see what happens here. So they are going to give that point to Seth because Gomos stopped the point, and he's not allowed to do that. That is up to the umpire to complain about his serve. So Seth won that last point, and that was the right decision. So Gomos learned a valuable lesson. You are not allowed to become an umpire when you're the athlete. So we got all kinds of interesting drama going on this match. And look, again, what is Gomos doing? And the drama continues. So to let everyone know what's going on, Gomos is complaining about the serve. And whether he's correct or not, what he's not allowed to do is to become an umpire and stop points, which is what you saw him do the last couple shots here of this game, and that serve is fine right there. And so Gomos, I overheard him talking to the umpire, and he said that the chair umpire can't see the toss from his angle because Seth's back is to him, and whether that's true or not, that's what he was saying. And the official tournament umpire came over and said, you have to keep playing. And it's the umpire's job to make those decisions, and they had a long conversation about that. And here we go. Seth leading 6-5 this third game. And that's a beautiful forehand off a nice deep serve. And that time Seth was waiting for that deep serve. Oh, how good was that? Watch this backhand right here. Boom. Another good deep serve there, right into the body of Seth. Watch that right there. Made Seth have to take that step, caused him to miss it. Watch this shot right here by Seth. Look at that quick stroke, almost no backswing, executed beautifully. And Gomos just missed that last ball on purpose, and he is not happy at all. about the serve of Seth. And now he's going to have a slow walk back to his corner. He's going to stop, and he's coming back, and he's ready to have a little chit-chat with the umpire. And the drama on this featured table continues this match. Let's watch a couple replays that last game. There's a nice backhand finish there by Seth. And there's that blistering backhand loop down the line by Gomos. And there's that nice deep serve into the body of Seth. Let's see if this is the last point here. And he just hits the ball to the barrier, only down 10-8. He gives up on the game. He wants to make a point to everyone that he's not happy. And if I'm Seth, I'm fine with that. Hey, if my opponent wants to dump balls towards the barrier when I'm up 10-8, I couldn't be more happy. Because again, it is not the job of Gomos to become the umpire of this match. That is the job of the umpire, sitting in that chair. And at the end of the day, you have to go with the call of the umpire. As far as I can see, this is just my opinion from up there, Seth is tossing the ball fine at this point. I agree that he was hiding it earlier, but that's a good toss right there. Now, even if he was hiding it earlier, which he hasn't been called on this whole tournament, it's not something that would bother me as a player. In fact, I don't even think I would notice it. So I don't think he's getting an advantage off it. Now, with that being said, if it's not technically correct, then he needs to fix that. So Gomos has definitely lost the mental game in this match. He is losing his cool. You start dumping balls into the barrier when you're down 10-8. That's called losing to yourself. Let's see how this fourth game plays out with the drama. Okay, so there's a fault. And the drama continues. And I have to tell all the viewers out there, this match has become very interesting because of the drama. So everyone out there watching, they can take sides. Gomos might be right. Seth might be right. The umpire might be right. I just find the drama interesting myself because you don't see this much back and forth happen almost ever in a match. And so I tip my hat to the entertainment value of this match. I can't even keep up with it. There's so much going on. So Gomos definitely has become more aggressive from all this drama. He's put more heat on the ball, serving out deep and fast and aggressive as well. So Seth going to the backhand serve. I expect to see him do that the rest of this game. Could be wrong, because he doesn't want to get faulted. And see, that's really all he needs to do. Again, he's 230 points higher than Gomos, so all he needs to do is put that serve in play, get into the rally, and he's a strong favorite. And how about that serve by Gomos? Watch it. Oh, we caught the end of it. I'm having flashbacks to the 1980s and Ricky Seamiller with that kind of serve. I have not seen that serve since the 1980s in the Ricky Seamiller days. Ricky Seamiller, the brother of one of the great Americans to ever play the game, Danny Seamiller. Ricky Seamiller was ranked as high as 80 in the world, and he had that windshield wiper serve. You almost never see it done anymore, but Gomos there pulling it out this game. And ladies and gentlemen, this match looks like it's going to be over soon, but it has been entertaining nonetheless. We have had all kinds of service drama and discussion going on this whole match. And here we go, Seth going to serve his backhand and see if he can finish this match. This might be a good time to practice another forehand serve just for grins to see if he can execute a legal serve here, since he's in no danger really this match. Just for entertainment value, I'd like to see him do a forehand serve, but we did not see that happen. And the odds are Seth is going to win one out of these next 2 points, so we probably won't see him serve again, unless Gomos can string together 2 points in a row here. And that'll do it. Seth wins the match 4-0 as both players shake the hand of the umpire, and this drama has concluded. And for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. And for those of you that have been watching, stay with us, because we have another match coming up soon, and it'll be a women's singles match. And let's look at the replays of that last game. And there's the Ricky Seamiller serve from the 1980s there from Gomos. We got a good look there. And there's the backhand serve Seth had to go to the rest of the match because they were faulting his forehand serve like crazy. So that's what he started doing. And that's what got him out of this match and out of the fault zone, and with the victory. So good job by Seth, keeping his cool, keeping his composure, figuring out a way to serve the ball on the table without getting faulted. And we are at the West Monroe Sports and Events Center. This is a beautiful facility that has only been open for 1 month. So we are literally breaking this facility in with this U.S. Olympic Team Trials. Coming up in just a few minutes, we will have a women's singles round which will be our last match of this morning session. There will be 2 more sessions throughout this day. We will talk more about that in a little bit, but this will be the last match of this morning session coming up soon. Stay with us.
Not set up. They don't have any names on it. But I'll give you this.
And for those of us just joining us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. And we are about to begin our fourth match of this morning session on day 2, where we have Jenna Vong, USATT rated 1935, versus Amelia Menan with a USATT rating of 2351. So we've got about a 400-point difference in ranking, and we are ready to go. Game 1. All right, and as we start this game, we got a lot of unforced errors, both athletes getting used to each other, trying to figure out each other's serve, try to get into a rhythm. And there's our first good rally of the match so far, starting this first game. Take a look at it again. Look at the nice short strokes of both athletes. There's another unforced error. And so when we talk about unforced errors in table tennis, what does that mean exactly? Well, there was a good example there where the ball comes to you and it's not that difficult of a ball. There's not a lot of pace on it. And you just miss it. It's kind of like when you miss a ball that you shouldn't have missed. Wasn't really any pressure on you. It was right where you wanted it, and you just blew it into the net or off the table. It's generally what we call an unforced error. So we've seen a lot of those happen at the beginning of this game. There's another one. That serve wasn't too special. And that was a shot that normally Vong is going to make, but she just missed it. There's another one there. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about unforced errors. That time Vong did a good job of putting that ball into the body of Menan. Time Menan had everything lined up perfectly, just perhaps went for a little too much because it went off the side of the table. And there's another unforced error. That's a ball that normally Vong is going to make. So Vong trying to find her rhythm. That was a heavy dig by Menan. And the first game goes to Menan, 11-7. Here we go. Ready to start the second game. If you're Vong, let's see if you can settle down, perhaps take a little bit of pace off the ball and see if you can get into these rallies a little better and eliminate these unforced errors. There's a good job. And a better job by Menan winning that point. But that's what Vong has to do, is get into the rally, which means take some pace off the ball until you find a speed you can make. See if you can start getting deeper into these rallies. There's a nice flick there by Menan. And there's a nice flick there by Vong. See, that one, take a little pace off that. Don't go for so much, because she was there. She was in a position to make that shot, but played it a little too hard. There you go. Extend the rally. Force Menan to have to make a quality shot. Well, nice opening there by Vong and a better reaction by Menan. Watch this reaction right there. That's just beautifully done. And there's a nice opening by Menan there. And that's what I talk about. Take some pace off the ball. Watch this right here. Doesn't go for too much. Gets that ball on the table and gets rewarded. Oh, that's beautifully done by Vong there. Watch this short little stroke on the forehand right here. Oh, that's so good. So there's another example that Vong's going to be able to look at when she watches this tape, this video after the match. If she just takes a little bit of speed off that, everything else is good. She's in position. She has nice technique. She just went for too much. A nice deep serve there. What are the three qualities of a good deep serve? You want them to be fast, you want them to be low, and you want the ball to have good length. You want it to land close to the white end line. And Menan wins the second game, 11-6. And let's watch a few replays that last game. Let's watch a few more points that last game. There's that nice medium speed opening. That's what Vong needs to do more. Don't go for too much. See, there's a nice opening and then a medium speed forehand. That's the pace Vong needs to play. She's good at that pace. When she plays harder than that, she starts missing. See, that's too much right there. Didn't need to go for that much because she's in position. Her technique looks good, but she's playing too hard. See, there's a nice, slow, medium speed opening there by Menan. Enough to win the point. So easy to overplay in table tennis. So easy to go for too much. An athlete once asked a very famous tennis coach, the athlete asked the tennis coach, "Coach, how hard should I hit the ball?" Because the athlete wanted to know, how hard should you try to hit every ball? You know, is there a speed that you can tell me that'll help me make my shots? And the coach's answer was, you should always hit the ball as hard as you can without missing it. So you can digest that statement. And that statement where you should hit the ball as hard as you can without missing it, that's what we all have to figure out as athletes out there, because, you know, we're all different. Some of us are better on the backhand side. Some are better on the forehand. We're better in certain positions than other positions. So we have to analyze each and every shot coming to us. How hard should I hit this ball? And the answer is, you got to figure out how to put these balls on the table and not overplay them. Because many mistakes happen in table tennis when the athlete goes for too much. Obviously, you have to take risks out there, and you're going to make some of those mistakes, but you don't want to start making too many of them or you beat yourself. So that mistake right there by Vong, you want to try to eliminate those kind of mistakes as much as possible. Those are unforced errors, and those are makeable balls. And some people might say, well, she didn't hit it that hard. Well, that might be true, but for her, that was too hard because she missed it. So she needs to back off and find a speed that she can make early in the rallies. And then once the rally goes, then you can start taking more risk. We have 4 tables going on simultaneously. You're watching the featured table 1 here. There's also 3 other tables going. So as you're watching this match, you'll hear noises and screams going on, and that's from the athletes on the other tables playing their matches. Great job there by Vong. Watch the pace she's playing at. Not too hard, and wins her the point. That pace she's very good at. See, that one she went for too much. That was more pace than what we just saw in that replay. So that's something she's going to have to learn. As her career moves forward, she needs to learn what pace she's good at and what pace she generally misses at, and she needs to stay within the pace that she's good at. There's that spinny backhand serve of Menan. Won her a lot of points this match. She loads that backhand serve up with underspin. And that's a beautiful forehand there by Vong. Let's watch it again. Deep serve and perfectly executed. Oh, and I love that opening there by Menan. Watch this shot. She doesn't go for too much. Keeps it low to the net. Loads it up with spin. That's a nice, safe opening. Menan could probably do that all day and not miss it. And that's what you want to do to start these rallies. And a beautiful way to finish this game 2. Game 3. Watch this shot right here. What a great forehand. And Menan takes a 3-0 game lead. For those of you that have just joined us, welcome to the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. We are in the fourth match of this morning's session, and we are in the fourth game. Menan leads Vong 3-0. This is the last match of this morning's session. We've got 2 more sessions to go today. We're going to have a break after this morning match. We'll talk about that after the match, and we'll give you the schedule and let you know when we're going to be back in action, but we still have another game of action right now as Vong and Menan battle it out this fourth game. Oh, great job there by Vong. That's the pace she's very good at. When she doesn't go for too much, she's really good opening up at that pace. There's another good job by Vong. Even though she lost the point, that's what she needs to do. Try to eliminate unforced errors early in the rally, and for her to do that, she needs to back off and play at that pace right there and force Menan to have to make quality shots through her. Good job. There you go. So great job by Vong. Adapting and adjusting and figuring out to take pace off and get that ball on the table early. And a nice serve there and a nice start to this game for Vong. And we are at 6-all this game. Vong doing a much better job of getting into each and every rally. There's a nice short side top serve there by Menan. able to get Vong to miss that receive off the table, misjudging the spin. That was a nice job. Let's watch that again. Watch Menan here judge that slow ball, had no pace, and she kind of hook looped it, curled that wrist around the ball. That was really well done by Menan. That was a nice deep serve. Let's watch it again. Deep into the body of Vong. Oh, that was that heavy backhand serve by Menan. We've seen that the whole match. Just loads it up with mostly backspin, little side spin on it. She's been able to get Vong to dump that ball into the net a number of times this match. There's a nice serve there by Vong. And we are at deuce. Watch this quality shot here by Vong. Started off with that nice deep serve and then a nice medium speed backhand. That's that last point again. Nice medium speed opening. And now Menan has her third match point. And she does it. Amelia Menan wins the match, 4-0. And we are done with this morning session on this table one. Stay with us. We are going to show you the schedule for the afternoon session. And we invite all of you to join us again as we have 2 more sessions the rest of this day at the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Table Tennis in West Monroe, Louisiana. And let's watch a few replays of that last game first. My name is Jimmy Butler. I'm a 2-time U.S. Olympian and 4-time U.S. singles champion, and I am thrilled to be with you here today. And let's look at the day 2 sessions. Coming up this afternoon at 2 o'clock, you see men's singles. Nikhil Kumar will play Zhang Zong. And then you see all the matches after that. All matches are consecutively played after each other. So what that means is when you see that men's singles match start at 2 o'clock, as soon as it's over, that women's singles match of Amy Wong and Amelia Menan will come out immediately. And it'll keep going like that until that afternoon session is done. And then you see in the evening, we will be back as well at 6 o'clock p.m. and we will go through the same routine and look at who's going to play at 6 o'clock. Kanak Jha, his first tournament played in 15 months. We are so excited to have him back in tournament action, and he will kick off that evening session, and then you see the matches following that. So thank you for joining us for this morning session. We saw all kinds of great action. It all started with Amy Wong going 7 games with Angie Tan. And we will see you again this afternoon at 2 o'clock.